Hi, my name is Sarah Chapman, and today we're exploring the colorwork yoke of the Dovetail Sweater. This is the third episode in a 5-part series that we're doing exploring the construction of the Dovetail Sweater. Today we're going to be learning 5 different methods for carrying the yarn while working the stranded knitting portion of the yoke. The Dovetail Sweater is a really great pattern to practice these 5 different techniques because it's a 1x1 fairisle pattern. Because every stitch is an alternating color, you get to practice maintaining even stitch tension. Also, since it's fairly easy to memorize, you can work on practicing these 5 different methods. One last note is that there are these 5 different methods, but not one is better than the other. It's just merely a matter of what you're comfortable doing. This is the colorwork yoke of the Dovetail Sweater. As you can see, I've worked color 1, color 2, color 3, color 4, and now I'm working color 4 and color 5 together. Let's talk about tension really quick. When we're working colorwork, we want to have an even tension so that every stitch appears to be the same size. If one stitch starts to appear bigger or smaller than the other stitches, then that means you may be pulling too tight or too loosely when you're working your color work. The first method is the pick up and drop method. So in this method, we're going to be picking up the color that is needed and knitting, and then we drop it. And we pick up the next color needed, and we knit the next stitch, and then drop it, and then we pick up the next one, and so on. We can always double check our fabric to make sure we're maintaining an even tension, and we just continue on in that manner. In the second method, both colors are around my index finger. My right hand is tensioning both yarns, and once again they're wrapped around my index finger, and my index finger is going to be the thrower. So as we come to the yellow stitch, I'm going to be wrapping around as if knitting and picking up the yellow yarn only. Coming to the purple yarn, bringing my index finger around and only wrapping the purple. And now to the yellow, only wrapping the yellow, and to the purple and only knitting the purple. Maintaining tension, looks good. And once again, only picking up the yellow, coming to the purple, only picking up the purple. In this third method, the 2 yarns will still be on my right hand, but they will be held by different fingers. So to begin, use your pinky to make a J shape to pick up the yarn for tension, and then put the yellow yarn on your index finger and the purple yarn on your middle finger. And you can start knitting by alternating the yarns as you're throwing. And now I'm throwing with my middle, and now index, and middle. And that's how you work the third method. In the fourth method, we're actually going to be using both of our hands to hold the yarn as we work the fairisle pattern here. So in my right hand, I'm going to be picking up the yellow yarn and holding it as if I was knitting normally. It's balanced over my index finger here, tensioned through my hand. Then in my left hand, I'm going to be picking up the purple yarn, tensioning with my pinky, and then also balancing on my index finger. So as we knit, I'm going to pick the purple, throw the yellow, pick the purple, and throw the yellow. Okay, in this fifth and final method, both strands of yarn will actually be on our left hand. So to begin, we will pinky tension the yarn on our left pinky finger, and then have both strands rest on the index finger. Now notice the two colors are parallel on my index finger. This will help prevent the yarn from getting twisted as we work it. So knit and then go around, pick up the yellow yarn, knit, pick up the purple, and notice that the two strands are still parallel, not getting twisted. Once again, going around, and the purple, and that is how we knit method 5. A quick note about tension. This is the front of the dovetail sweater where you can see the colorwork pattern is in progress. If we look at the back of the work, we can see all the floats. The floats are the short strands where the unused yarn travels behind a stitch of the other color. That's what these are right here. As you can see, these floats are all parallel to each other. They're not twisting as the colorwork is being worked. This is a good way to maintain an even stitch tension by making sure that your floats are parallel as you're working the colorwork.